Hey everyone, and welcome back to K-Pop Spotlight TV. In February 2026, the Seoul Central District Court delivered a monumental ruling in the ongoing dispute between HYBE and former Adore CEO Min Hee-jin. The court ordered HYBE to pay Min Hee-jin approximately 25.5 billion Korean won, which translates to roughly $19 million. This payment honors her contractual put option. HYBE immediately rejected the court's decision. The corporation filed a formal appeal and requested a stay of execution to halt the massive payout. Today, we are examining the complete timeline of this conflict, the complex financial math behind the 25.5 billion won valuation, the precise legal reasoning provided by the presiding judge, and the unexpected involvement of BTS member V in these court proceedings. To fully grasp the magnitude of this 2026 ruling, we must rewind to the origins of the conflict in April 2024. HYBE initiated an abrupt audit of Adore, its subsidiary label responsible for the highly successful girl group New Jeans. HYBE accused Min Hee-jin and her executive team of plotting to seize management control of Adore. The parent company alleged that Min was actively seeking outside investors to break Adore away from HYBE's multi-label system. Min Hee-jin vehemently denied these accusations. She claimed the audit was a retaliatory measure. She stated she had internally raised serious concerns regarding another HYBE subsidiary group, HYBE, accusing them of plagiarizing New Jeans' core concept. She also formally complained about alleged album-pushing practices, a tactic used to artificially inflate sales figures. The conflict escalated dramatically throughout 2024. In July of that year, HYBE unilaterally declared the termination of the shareholder agreement with Min Hee-jin. HYBE cited her alleged attempts to privatize Adore and New Jeans as a severe breach of contract. By August 2024, HYBE successfully removed Min Hee-jin from her position as CEO of Adore during an extraordinary general shareholder meeting. Min remained on the board as an internal director for a brief period. In November 2024, she officially resigned from her internal director position. Simultaneously, she formally notified HYBE of her intent to exercise her put option, demanding the company purchase her shares at the contractually agreed-upon premium rate. HYBE refused to pay. The company argued that the shareholder agreement was completely nullified back in July due to Min's breach of duty. HYBE claimed the put option was entirely invalid. The company also asserted its right to exercise a call option, which would allow HYBE to force Min to sell her shares back to the company at a nominal face value, stripping her of any massive financial windfall. The two parties took their respective claims to the Seoul Central District Court. The court decided to merge HYBE's lawsuit confirming the contract termination with Min's lawsuit demanding the put option payment to ensure an efficient legal process. This brings us to the financial mechanics of the put option. A put option is a financial right allowing a shareholder to compel another party to purchase their shares at a pre-calculated price. The shareholder agreement between HYBE and Min Hee-jin contained a highly lucrative and specific formula for this payout. Min Hee-jin held an 18% equity stake in Adore. The contract allowed her to exercise her put option on 75% of her total holdings, meaning the option applied to a 13.5% stake in the company. The valuation formula was tied directly to Adore's financial performance. The contract dictated taking Adore's average operating profit from the two preceding years and multiplying that figure by 13. The relevant years for this calculation were 2022 and 2023. In 2022, the year New Jeans made their debut, Adore operated at a loss of 4 billion won due to initial investment and production costs. The following year, the group experienced explosive global success. Adore recorded a massive operating profit of 33.5 billion won in 2023. By averaging these 2 years and applying the 13 times multiplier, the court finalized the value of Min Hee-jin's exercisable shares at approximately 25.5 billion won. The court also mandated payouts for Min's close associates. Former Adore Vice President Shin was awarded approximately 1.7 billion won. Former Adore Director Kim was awarded 1.4 billion won. These combined figures pushed HYBE's total court-ordered liability to over 28 billion won. The crux of the trial rested on whether Min Hee-jin actually committed a material breach of contract that would justify HYBE terminating the agreement in July 2024. Presiding Judge Na Min-soo of Civil Division 31 delivered a clear verdict favoring Min Hee-jin. The court carefully reviewed the evidence presented by HYBE, which included private messages and internal documents showing Min discussing potential independence for Adore. The judge acknowledged that Min Hee-jin explored various avenues to separate Adore from HYBE's control and held discussions with potential outside investors. Crucially, the court determined that these exploration plans fundamentally assumed HYBE's eventual consent. The judge ruled that any plan for Ador's independence was legally impossible to execute without the parent company's approval. Therefore, merely brainstorming or exploring these ideas did not meet the legal threshold of a material breach of the shareholder agreement. The court also evaluated Min's internal complaints regarding Islet and the alleged album pushing. The judge ruled that raising these issues fell squarely within the boundaries of reasonable business judgment for a label CEO. Voicing concerns about intellectual property protection and corporate ethics was deemed acceptable corporate behavior. The court concluded these actions were insufficient grounds for HYBE to terminate the contract. Consequently, the judge dismissed HYBE's lawsuit seeking to validate the contract termination. The court also rejected HYBE's claim to a call option, solidifying Min Hee-jin's right to receive her full 25.5 billion won put option payout. HYBE immediately mobilized its legal team following the February 12 verdict. The company released a brief statement expressing deep regret over the court's interpretation of the events. HYBE stated its arguments regarding the severity of Min's actions were not sufficiently accepted by the trial judge. On February 19, HYBE officially submitted a notice of appeal to the Seoul Central District Court. The company is taking the case to the appellate court, determined to overturn the multi-million-dollar penalty. Alongside the appeal, HYBE filed an application for a stay of execution. This legal procedure is designed to temporarily suspend the enforcement of the first instance court's order. If the court grants the stay of execution, HYBE will legally withhold the 25.5 billion won payment while the appellate trial proceeds. This move ensures the funds remain within HYBE's accounts as the legal battle enters its next phase, which could take several more months or even years to resolve at the high court level. The trial proceedings also generated significant public attention due to the inclusion of highly sensitive evidence. During the hearings, Min Hee-jin's legal team submitted private KakaoTalk conversations as evidence to support her narrative. Some of these submitted messages were conversations between Min Hee-jin and BTS member V. The public disclosure of these private exchanges caused immediate distress for the global superstar. On February 21, V took to his personal Instagram account to address the situation directly. He uploaded a screenshot of a news article detailing the use of his messages in the courtroom. In his statement, V provided crucial context for the interactions. He explained that the messages were simply part of a private, daily conversation shared out of basic empathy, noting that Min Hee-jin was a professional acquaintance. V firmly asserted his neutrality in the ongoing corporate war. He explicitly stated he has absolutely no intention of taking sides in the legal dispute between HYBE and the former Ador CEO. V expressed profound discomfort regarding the handling of his data. He stated he felt very taken aback and distressed that his private communications were submitted as formal legal evidence without his prior knowledge or consent. This incident has sparked widespread discussions regarding digital privacy, corporate litigation tactics, and the collateral damage inflicted upon artists caught in the crossfire of executive board disputes. As the legal gears continue to turn, the key figures in this drama are forging new paths in the entertainment industry. Min Hee-jin has completely severed her professional ties with Ador and the HYBE corporate structure. She recently announced the establishment of her own independent entertainment agency. The new label is named OK Records, an acronym standing for one of a kind. Operating entirely outside of HYBE's jurisdiction, Min Hee-jin is actively recruiting talent. She is currently preparing to launch a brand new boy group under the OK Records banner, marking her highly anticipated return to music production. The 25.5 billion won ruling represents a massive initial victory for Min Hee-jin in a corporate saga that has dominated industry headlines for nearly 2 years. HYBE's aggressive appeal guarantees that this legal confrontation will persist in the higher courts. The appellate judges will now bear the responsibility of re-evaluating the boundaries of shareholder agreements, the definition of corporate breaches, and the complex financial obligations between parent companies and subsidiary executives. The outcome of this second trial will set a major precedent for corporate governance within the South Korean entertainment sector. We will continue to follow the appellate dockets closely and provide comprehensive updates as HYBE and Min Hee-jin prepare for their next courtroom showdown. Who do you think will win the second round? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Until next time.